20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks is just a few days away, and as it draws closer, we've been sharing stories of that day's lasting impact.
Tonight, our Sean Stiles talks with San Diego firefighters who were called to help in New York City about their time at Ground Zero then and how they're still coping now.
A few days after the tragic attack on 9/11, San Diego Fire and Rescue assembled a team to send to New York to help in the search and rescue. I had a chance to talk to 3 of them.
I just remember somebody saying, I think a war just started.
Captain Paul Moscoso was on duty that day when he watched the first tower burn.
Everybody below that, they're going to be able to get out. But because there was so much fire, I was thinking, that's going to be a long knockdown before they can get the people on the upper floors.
Assistant Chief John Wood was with the San Diego Fire Department Urban Search and Rescue Task Force.
We were told that, hey, pack our bags. We expect we're going. We're not sure when, but you will be going to New York to help with the structural collapse.
He knew that first responders were in the buildings.
Yeah, every firefighter, every police officer in the nation would definitely say when the buildings started to collapse, they thought about that a lot of firefighters, not only lives, a lot of human lives, but also a lot of firefighters ended up perishing in that.
Task Force Unit 8 was deployed and had 80 team members. Captain Johnny Flores.
Immediately you come around a corner and there's this big opening between the buildings, but all you see is probably about a 7-story, 8-story pile of twisted metal with steam or smoke, and there's a definite smell in the air.
Captain Moscoso puts that in perspective.
If you took what used to be Qualcomm Stadium and then you made that entire area just a rubble pile, that's what you're searching.
Captain Flores is a technical search specialist.
And there were times where we crawled into some spaces and then it just opened up into a big room. So a lot of what we did was grid searches, and just basically we were able to make some recoveries and give some families closure.
Assistant Chief Wood on seeing the pile.
There was smoke coming off still. There was fires many levels down still burning. They'd moved pieces of equipment, pieces of the metal, and then the fires would kick back up. That's what we saw when we marched in there.
But as firefighters, they take an oath.
When we get there, it's a job to go save as many people as we can. If you're getting emotional about it, you're not going to be effective.
They all knew that it was about helping those still living.
One thing people forget is the recovery aspect. The recovery aspect to bring somebody home to their family is a huge thing for them.
And looking meant being in harm's way.
You just slide down the girder, and then I remember being about 4 or 5 stories down, and you'd pass through another opening, and then all of a sudden everything was just open.
While searching with the New York Fire Department team, they came across equipment.
That firefighter said, hey, to the chief, he goes, hey chief, did 54s leave all their stuff out here? And I remember the chief going, we lost that whole battalion.
Unit 8 stayed for 2 weeks. This is a small takeaway 20 years later.
The one thing that I noticed from them was that the country came together and we were all on the same page.
We came together as the United States, but there were countries around the world that were giving us support. And you look at that and you go, there's still humanity out there.
Our country was unified that day, and I look forward to us back being unified again.
And as all 3 firefighters told me, we never want to forget, but remember those times and how we came together as a nation and can do it again.